the Google Classroom. So since I already have the app on my system, I'll just click on the visit website and it's going to take me straight to the Google Classroom. Okay, so these are the classes I already have under my Google Classroom. So if you are joining for the first time, you either create a classroom or you join a classroom. So this is where you can do that. So if you have a link to join a classroom, there's going to be a code on that link. So if you click join classroom, you can easily add the class code and join the class. But if you are just creating a classroom, then what you have to click here is the create class. Okay, and for you to be able to use this app, you need to select this option and then continue. Okay, and with this, you can name your class, add the section, the subject, and the room. So for example here, the classes I already have here are my SSC class, which is going to be for the YX students. So let us say I'm creating a class. And the class name is let's say grade 1, subject, mathematics. Okay, and then you create. Okay, so basically, under the Google Classroom, you have 3 main features available. Sorry, it seems the network is... Okay, the class has been created now. So under the Google Classroom, after creating the class or after joining a class, you have 4 main features. You have the stream, classwork, people, and grades. So basically what you can do under the stream is to create announcements. That is, you send information to students. Maybe, for example, now if you have something to share with your students, maybe you want to tell them about a change in class period, or you want to remind them about when to submit their assignments, you can easily click there and type whatever you want to share with your students here. So for example, let me say this is a reminder for an assignment given to them last week. So I would say that don't forget to submit your assignment before the due date. Submit your assignment before due date. So this is a reminder to my students. So, and help, for example, if you are having more than one class, just like I'm having on mine, I can select the classes that I want to see, that I want them to see this announcement. So if it is for grade 1 and grade 9 students, that means I'll have to select grade 1 and grade 9. And these are the 2 classes that is going to see my assignments. And also, okay, that is for the 2 classes. So if you are selecting for 2 classes, it means all the students in those classes is going to see the assignments. But if you are selecting for 1 class, let's say the grade 1 class alone, you can also select the students that you want to see those announcements if the announcement is not for every student in the class. So you can easily do that here. And also, in the announcement section, you can attach files, you can attach video or lesson notes. You can also give assignments through the announcement. And then you post. So if I post this now, I'm going to have it under stream. Okay, and this is the first thing I have under the stream of this class. So under stream also, your students can also respond to posts. You can see that we have something here that says add class comments. I can add comments here. My students can also add comments, or they can post individually without commenting under what I've posted. So I can respond to students' posts under stream. So basically, that is everything that you can do under stream. And for classwork, I said here that under stream, you can post assignments, you can post lesson notes, but your work won't be really organized. So for you to have an organized classroom, for you to have easy access to all your materials, you can do that under classwork. So you can see here that we have assign work to your class here, create assignment and questions, use topic to organize classwork into modules. So for example, if the first topic that we want to do under the class is, let's say, addition and subtraction of sorts, so I'm going to click on create. The first thing I'm going to do is to create a topic, which is sort, and then I add. Okay, so with this, I've created a topic. So under this topic, I would want to give them lesson notes, assignments, or videos. So what I'm going to do again is to click on create and then click on material. If what I want to post is lesson notes or video. So what I need to do is to click on the material here. Okay, so now this material also, just like we have in stream, you can select the class that you want to assign those materials to. If the material is just for grade 1 students, that means you have to select just grade 1. And since this is a new topic, it means you want every student in your class to have access to that material. So under sorts, there are different subtopics under sorts. So let's say the first thing that you want to do, or the first thing that this material is going to talk about, is simplification of sorts. And you can say the title of the material will now be simplification of sorts. If there is any description you have for that topic, then you can put that here. So now what you need to do, what you've just done is to give a title to the material. You need to attach the material. So if the material is already on your system, maybe you have it in a folder on your system, what you need to do is to click on the attachment sign here. And then you can easily select the material you want to upload from your device by clicking on this. So if you click on this, then you are going to have access to the materials on your system, and you can easily select the ones that you want to upload. Okay, so let's say this is what I want to upload. Then I can select this, click open. Okay, so if this is the material I want to upload, then I will just click upload here. And after clicking upload, then I'm going to see the material here. So if you don't have the material, let's say you don't have the material on your system, but you have it in your drive. Okay, sorry, I forgot to say this earlier. Together with the Google Classroom, you can use Google Drive and Google Docs. So if you have a Google Drive and you have a material in your drive, you can click on Drive here, and it's going to take you to what you have inside your Google Drive. Then you can select the material that you want to upload in your Google Drive. So after doing that, after attaching a video or a note, then what you need to do, if I just post this, then I'll just have the material up here. But don't forget that I'm trying to have an organized classroom. So this material, since it is a material under sorts, then I have to make sure that this material is under sorts. So I can edit this And here, instead of selecting no topic, I'm going to select sort. So if I select sort and click on save, I'll have the material under sort. Okay, so this is the material, the first material under sort. If I also have an assignment to give, I'll click on the assignment option here, the title of the assignment. Let's say the assignment is also on simplification of sorts. And then the instruction I want to give them is that all workings must be shown clearly. So I'll type the instructions here. You can also grade the assignment. Let's say the assignment is going to be 50 marks. Then you can put it here that the assignment is going to be 50 marks. Or you might decide not to grade the assignment. If you decide not to grade the assignment, then what you need to do is to click on ungraded. Also, you also have the option of no due date or due date. So if you have a due date, maybe you want to give the students a deadline of when to submit the assignment, you can do that under due. And then you select the date for them to submit the assignment. If you want them to have a specific time also, you can also add time and then you put it under sort. So this assignment is going to be under sort and then you assign. Also, here also you need to attach the assignment you want to give them. So after attaching that, you assign the assignment. So any other thing that you want to do on sort, you can also use this question part. For those that is going to be teaching questions that would be that would need to involve interaction, that would need to involve a lot of discussion between teachers and students. Let's say maybe biology or English. Okay, let's say English now, and you want to ask a general question so that the student will be able to interact well with you. So let's say what you want to ask them is, why do you need to improve your English skills? Need to improve. So this type of question, if you have a lot of students in your class, if you have more than one student in your class, this type of question would allow an interactive session where teachers, students can interact. They will bring different ideas to the table and you'll be able to interact very well. We also have here that short answer, multiple choice. We just want them to provide short answers. You select the short answers option. And if you want the student to be able to reply to one another, then you click this. But if you don't want them to reply to one another, you just want to be the one to reply to the student, then you have to unselect that. And also, if you want the students to be able to edit their answer, then you click on students can edit answer and you ask the question. Okay, so the question has been created. Okay, can you see this? I forgot to select where the question should be. So if you forget to select where the question should be, then this is how we are going to have it. It's not going to be under any topic. But if you make a mistake like this, you can easily edit by clicking on edit. Then you select where you want the question to be, under which topic you want it to be. Sort and then save. Okay, so basically this is what we have under class, the future of classwork. This is what you can do under classwork. To have an organized class, you create a topic, and under that topic you add material and the assignment for that topic. Also, we have people So really, you don't really need this feature if the student has already been added. But if you are the one that wants to add your student, you can add a student by clicking on the invite button here and then type the email address of the student. So if you type the email address of the student, automatically an invite will be sent to that student. And if the student click on the invite, he or she will be added to the classroom. And for grades, grades is for grading of assignments. If the student has done his or her assignment, then you can easily grade that here. Okay, so this is the assignment that I posted under sorts. Okay, so I don't mean I have any students here. Then I'm going to see the number of students that has turned in their assignment, or I can see the number of students I have assigned the assignment to. And if I click on their assignment here, then it's going to bring me under grades. And under grades, you can mark the assignment and put the total mark of the student. So to be able to see the grade feature very well, sorry, I want us to try the grade feature. Sorry, are we also online? Do you have anyone in Google Classroom presently? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, is anyone presently on the Google Classroom?
No.
No. Okay, so I guess we won't be able to see the feature very well. But the under grades is where you can mark the assignments, return the assignments back to the students, and also put the total marks of the students. You can also grade the students there. So basically, that's what Google Classroom is all about.
Hello,
Is there
hello.
any question?
Are you trying to show us how to grade with students?
Yes, sir, exactly.
Yeah. So in that case, you can use either grade 9 or SSC. We have students there, so you can use that to demonstrate.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, for some of us who are keeping in this background noise, please, you can mute your phone or your laptop so that this noise are not coming. Please mute your laptop or any device you are using.
So this is the SSC class, and you can see things that we've announced under the stream section. So start posting announcements or reminders. So under class 4, you can see that we have a section for biology, English, chemistry. We have this for past questions, and these are the materials under the past questions, and this section for mathematics. So for the people in that class, we have the teachers, and these are the students. So for grading now, yes. So you can see that you already have a table. Google Classroom has already provided a table for us. That is, you have the first student, the second student, and the third student. So with this, you'll be able to put the marks gotten by each student here. For example, let's say this after submitting his or her assignment, the student got 30, this student got 60, and this student got 60. So you can do that here. Also, okay, I want to look for, you can see that this class is a bit disorganized. I don't mean that this class is really organized. What I need to do, what I want to look for is for an assignment under mathematics. But because I didn't put those assignments under mathematics, I find it difficult to easily go to the assignment and select the ones I need. So what I'll need to do now is to go through the stream to select something by organizing the class. I'll just come here, click on the assignments and select the ones I want. So that is the essence of the classwork section. It is going to give you an organized class and you'll be able to easily access whatever you need to do on the Google Classroom. Okay, I think this is an assignment submitted by one of the students. You can see that she attached the assignment through Google Drive. So by clicking on it, it's going to take me to Drive. So I didn't mean that it is well organized. Our assignment is going to be under assignment and I can easily click on it and grade it and return it to the student. So because it is not well organized, so I can't do that now. I'm trying to show a feature where you'd see how to return this assignment back to the students. Okay, I think I have another mail here. Okay, so let's say this is the student I want to send an invite to. I'll click on invite student. Okay, so this student has already been invited. So what I need to do now is to join. Sorry for the delay. I'm trying to do all this so that we are going to have a clearer picture of what the Google Classroom is about. Okay. So you can see here that the student has already joined the class. We no longer have the invited something there. So after, let's say the student has done their assignment now, he or she would see a session of and in on a Google Classroom. So after doing his or her assignment, she's going to click on and in. And then for me to check their assignment, I'll go back to the classwork section and click on assignments. Okay, you can see here that I have assigned the assignment to one student. That is why we now have one here. So if I want to view the assignment, click on view assignments. Okay, so it's still showing that the student hasn't turned in his or her assignment. That is why I'm having 0 here. So if the student has turned in his or her assignment, what I'm going to have here is the number of students that has turned in their assignments. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's still showing that what I've written.
Yeah, I think the explanation is clear. So if you,
Okay.
yeah, you may never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have it here.
Turned in. Okay. Okay.
Turned in. So you see turned in, and you can click on turned in. So this is the student's reply. This is what the student has turned in. I didn't mean that what he or she has turned in. Okay, I didn't mean that what he or she has turned in is a Google document or a link. What you are going to do is to click on that. So after clicking on that, you are going to mark it, you are going to access it. And if you need to add comments, you can also add comments on what you've marked. And after that, you can grade the students. Let's say the total mark is 100 and maybe he or she has gotten, say, 60 points out of 100, then you put 60 here. Okay, it's still showing this. Cancel. Okay, sorry, this is where you are going to put the mark of the student. That will be 60 over 100. So you can see that you now have access to the return option here. So you can click on return and send the assignment back, the marked assignment back to the student. So if you have any comments you need to add on the assignment, you can easily do that here, which is a private comment. It is only the student that owns the assignment that is going to see this comment. So after adding the comments, then you return. So basically, this is what Google Classroom is all about. Is there any question, please? And also, under the stream session, let's say, for example, now, we all have other things we are busy with. and you are thinking that maybe you might forget to send the announcement to the student at the specific time. So you can do that when you have the time and schedule when you want the announcements to be sent. For example, if I want the assignment to be sent on September 16, 8 a.m., then I'm going to schedule it for that. And when it is exactly that time, Google Classroom is going to send the announcement. So basically, that's all on Google Classroom.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nafisat, for that wonderful and detailed training for all of us. So one thing I would like to see changing this time is the organization of the class. Actually, I try to, for the SSC, I created the topic so that every other teacher will be following that template. But it seems none of the teacher has been doing that. So I want us to please take notes for grade 9 so that we can have an organized class. And also I want to tell you that the grade 9, we are going to have more than one student. So whenever you want to post something, make sure that you add the name of the student. For example, Abdullah, please do this. Then in addition to that, don't forget to select that aspect of student. You know, Nafisat just showed us that option where you can select the particular student who should have access to that particular material. Please don't forget so that the students can easily navigate and find what is due to them. So this is an observation. Please take note of that. Okay. Okay. So any question?
No question.
No question. Everybody understands the old training from the beginning to the end. I think some people are late. Maybe well, maybe we can deal with their if they have any concern, we can deal with it outside this training section because of time. So we are going to be using study.com, Google Classroom, and the live section between the teacher and the student will be through Zoom, just the way we're doing now. This is how you are going to be doing it. So we send invitation to students, the link we send to them, and once it's time, they will click it and enter the class. Please, if there is any issue with the timing of your class, just try to let me know and let the student also know by sending notice in Google Classroom that the class will be we hold this day, it will not this, and things like that. So if we don't have any question, I think we can close the meeting. Any question?
No, sir.
No question. Wa alaikum salam. Naam. Wa alaikum salam.
My question is that will the email of the students or students each teacher are going to teach, will it be sent to them for them to add it on Google Classroom?
All students will be added to Google Classroom. I don't know if I've answered your question. So you will find your students in the classroom. If you don't find your student in the classroom, just let me know. I am supposed to add them. So
Okay. So does that mean that each teacher will not have a particular Google Classroom on his or her own? Like if
okay.
I create my
Uh-huh.
I won't be able to add my students. Like me now, I'm teaching just one student, Fatima.
Uh-huh.
And if another person is teaching Fatima, Abdullah, and Sumaya, maybe he or she's going to add them to his or her own Google Classroom so that there won't be a mix-up or something. That's what I'm
Okay.
trying to ask.
Yeah, I get your point. What I have done is create classroom for each level. For example, there will be one Google Classroom for grade 9. There will be one for SSC. There will be one for grade 10 or any other grade. So all the teachers teaching grade 9 will be teachers in that classroom of grade 9. And all the students will also be in the same classroom of grade 9.
Okay, sir.
So that is why if you are sending any assignments or anything, first they will know, the student will know is coming from you, and they already know you are their maths teacher.
Yes,
That
sir.
is one. Secondly, make sure you place your assignment or anything under mathematics. If you
Okay.
place it under mathematics, all the students will see it. If you don't want all the students to see it, then select the particular student that you are taking. For example, you are taking Fatima. Whenever you want to send anything, make sure you select Fatima's name so that she will be the only person that will see the material you are sending. Yeah, and make sure you also place it under mathematics.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is how it will
Okay,
work,
sir.
because it will be too difficult for the student if I decide to create classroom for each teacher.
Yeah.
So we are operating as
All
if
right.
we are in a real classroom, whereby a student will just go into his classroom and, okay, this is my classroom, grade 9, and teacher will come and meet them in that class and teach them and leave. Yeah, I hope I have answered your
All right,
question.
sir.
Mm,
Thank you very much, sir.
you're welcome.
Yes, you have, sir.
Okay, so any other question? Okay, in the absence of any question or comment, I think we are going to close the meeting. If there is anything, you can discuss it via the WhatsApp group, or you can send me private message. So I will reply, inshallah. So thank you very much for coming, and see you in the class.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum.
All
All
right.
right.
Walaikum
Bye,
salam,
sir.
And meeting for